Greetings, hi, hello, we are back at Rickmansworth.
The level of unprofessionalism, far too much.
Today we are going to be doing almost like a glorified horseshoe. We're going to be heading over to Harrow-on-the-Hill and then coming back on ourselves and then finishing over at Uxbridge. We are going to be covering the Piccadilly Line section. That has already been done before, but as I am running each line in its entirety, if I was to miss out the section from Rayners Lane over to Uxbridge, I wouldn't be doing myself justice. Alright, let's get the route sorted and then we shall get started. Alright, I've got the route ready and 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alrighty, so we are about a kilometre or so in, and overall it's been not too shabby. We're going through a bit of trail, bit of woodland at the minute, which has been super pleasant. However, I understand that very soon it's going to be all on tarmac, so as usual I'm making the most out of being in this terrain for now because I know that it's all going to change. Right, I've just had a double check. It's MOOR Park. MOOR Park, MOOR Park. I say MOOR where I'm from, but MOOR Park. Anyway, we're going to that station. You can probably tell, but I've had to put my camera away because guess what? It's sunny.
So funny.
Yeah, it started to rain quite heavily then. Oh, we're not even at our next station yet. Like, I feel like I've been running for ages. So here we are, MOOR Park, 3.84 kilometres in. Alright, so NORTHWOOD, NORTHWOOD Hills, Pinner, North Harrow, Harrow-on-the-Hill, West Harrow, Rayners Lane, Uxbridge. Cool. Alright. Running around MOOR Park kind of reminded me of when I was in Japan a few years ago, in Hakuba specifically, and I don't know, it just made me feel quite nostalgic in a sense. This sort of area, it reminds me of like a ski chalet town, and that's what Hakuba is, and I'll pop up some pictures as to when it was there and blah blah blah. This was years ago, but I did make this little almost like vlog documentary thing of my time over there. It is terrible. There are so many disused tennis courts. It's to the point where there are trees growing out of the court, and I don't know, it looks like it hasn't been used in about like 10, 15, 20 years. I look so young. Yeah, this is stunning, I love this. I've checked the weather and it does seem like as if the rain is cleared for now. Shouldn't be coming back for a good few hours, so I can whip the camera back out. Anyway, we should be coming up to our next station very soon. NORTHWOOD Hills. Alright, so here we are, NORTHWOOD Hills, 8.31 kilometres so far. And we've still got 22 kilometres. This is going to take me forever. Alright, next station. I'm kind of on the struggle bus in a minute. It's like if you've ever been on holiday and you're in a new town, new city, new whatever, you've never been to before, and you're trying to take everything in. And you're like, I don't know what I'm meant to be looking for. That's kind of how it is that I'm feeling now. What I will say is that out here is rather lovely. Lots of Range Rovers. I think once I get to the next station I'll grab an energy bar or something, because I'm feeling a bit like, I don't know, I just feel a bit delirious. It's just started raining again. I need to get this camera changed like now. So we're passing through Harrow Recreation Park, where there is of course a park run. So I've actually been to this one before. It was maybe, I think 2 years ago. And from what I remember, it is fairly flat. I actually remember the last time that I was here, it was also raining. So the fact that I'm back here and it's still raining, so things will never change. But anyway, recommended park run. It's really good. Alright, Harrow-on-the-Hill, 15.78 kilometres. Then gonna head over to West Harrow and then Rayners Lane, and then there's that final stretch. Alright, it is still raining. This is awful. That was interesting because the next time that I'm back here to complete the rest of the Metropolitan line, I am going to be coming back to Harrow-on-the-Hill, finishing at Aldgate. We've just intercepted the same route that I remember taking for when I ran the last section of the Piccadilly. So 12 kilometres remaining. We're going to be approaching Rayners Lane shortly. Whew. Let's keep it moving. Rayners Lane, you look familiar. So stupid. We're 18.96 kilometres in. We've got 11 kilometres remaining, 11.4 kilometres remaining. So it's just this final stretch over to Uxbridge via all the stations in between. Oh look, we're at EASTCOTE again. Oh look, we're at RUISLIP MANOR again. We are here at Uxbridge. Alright, I'm absolutely shattered. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a bite to eat, change, and then we'll talk about the route in a second. This background is maybe a little bit different. I'm actually away from London at the moment, hence why I'm out in peacefulness, in greenery. Who'd have thought that was going to be a thing? But I'm away from my house. Anyway, before I continue, you might have noticed that throughout the video when I was filming on my phone, some of the footage was cropped in. The reason being is that I did have to stabilise the footage after, and it does crop it in a little bit, and I find that for footage that is still really shaky on a full screen, I find it quite nauseating. So apologies if the quality was a bit naff. But I guess that's what happens when you're not filming on a camera like I'm filming on right now. I need to give a huge shout out to the guys over at Masket. I'm not actually paid by this company, I'm not sponsored by them. I will always support independent businesses, and I always love helping those that have that entrepreneurial spirit about them, which is why I want to give these guys a shout out. I think that they deserve it, and I am a huge fan of their work. As of July 2020 this year, it is mandatory to wear a face covering on public transport, unless of course you are exempt. The thing that's special about Masket is that they do designs that is specific to transport, so whether you like trains, whether you like buses, whether you like planes, they have a mask for everything. Well, mask design for everything. The ones which I have in particular, I've actually got two designs. So I've got the Central Line moquette, and I also have this one here, which is my favorite. This one here has all of the different lines on of the Underground, which I think is really cool. Now these are machine washable. These are all clean, by the way, but these are all machine washable up to 60 degrees. I am not a fan of the single-use masks. Originally, I did buy the large, which is this one here, and I found that it was maybe a little bit too tight for me. Now I did buy an extra large, which I'm going to put on now. The extra large for me, I find, is a better fit for me. However, I imagine that for most people, the large size is maybe more suitable. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Alrighty, so talking about the route. So from Rickmansworth over to Uxbridge via Harrow-on-the-Hill, that was 30.31 kilometres with a total elevation gain of 237 metres. Now, the time it did take me 4 hours and 9 minutes, which, fair enough, you know, some people might say that that's slow, but guess what? I don't care. I don't care. The whole thing about Runderground is that it's not about getting a fast time. It's not trying to get from station to station in the quickest time or anything like that. It's really not about that at all. It's about actually going out, having an adventure, seeing something different, and making the most out of maybe doing something that's different and maybe out of your comfort zone. That is the premise of what Runderground is all about. And if you are interested in doing any part of the route, my favourite bit was from MOOR Park over to Northwood. It's mostly on trail. As soon as you go through the station, you're in woodland. You go next to Sandy Lodge Golf Course, which, side note, I had no idea that MOOR Park used to be called Sandy Lodge. And then it changed its name to Sandy Lodge and MOOR Park, and now it's just MOOR Park. I think I prefer the name Sandy Lodge, but that's just my opinion. I found that from Rickmansworth over to North Harrow, I would say that was mostly trail, but then from North Harrow to Harrow-on-the-Hill and then coming back on ourselves up to Uxbridge, that is entirely on pavement, as has already been covered in the Piccadilly Line. Now I know that I didn't really film much from Rayners Lane over to Uxbridge, and I don't think I needed to, because it was something that was already covered when I ran the Piccadilly Line, so that's why I didn't really feel that it was necessary. If you want to watch me cover the section from Rayners Lane over to Uxbridge, I will drop a card in somewhere so you know what it is that I'm talking about. Other than that, that is everything from me. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. All of the support so far has been absolutely fantastic, and I can't thank you enough for supporting my journey. I really appreciate it, so thank you so much. If this is the type of content that you are interested in, do feel free to subscribe down below, where I release a new video every midday Monday. If you wish to download this route for yourself, you can follow me on Strava, where you can download the GPS on there. Very cool. If you want to see some general updates, you can follow me on Twitter, and I also post some behind the scenes videos as well as some extra like imagery content. Instagram is where you can follow me on that. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you next week for Runderground. See ya. Hi, my name is Matt, and welcome to day 14 of Runderground. We are outside of Harrow-on-the-Hill station, and we are finishing the Metropolitan, which is crazy. We're finishing the Metropolitan line today. We're going to be finishing over at Aldgate. It's just over 26 kilometers today.